Too many people are dealing with periods, have dealt with periods in the past, or will be dealing with periods soon for them to be such a drag. And it's my mission to make periods easier for you. In fact, to make them the best, period. So I'm going to be sharing some amazing hacks that are going to blow your mind when it comes to making your period a better experience and hopefully get you to the point where you're like, what period? So your first hack is to get knowledgeable about your period with Tony Weschler's book, Taking Charge of Your Fertility. This book, oh my goodness, don't get fooled by the name that's talking about fertility. It does definitely get into fertility, but the reality is whether or not you're looking to conceive, having a fertile cycle is important for having a healthy cycle. But it doesn't just talk about fertility. It dives into menstruation. In this book, you learn all about your menstrual cycle, but beyond that, you learn about irregular cycles and different issues that you could be dealing with your period and how or why they may be caused. So do yourself a favor and get this book. There are just so many things we didn't learn in school or from our parents about our bodies, and particularly about our menstrual cycles. And this book is going to give you all the information. When I first read this many years ago, I had so many tabs. You see them here. I haven't been in this book for a while, actually. It also shares some natural forms of birth control that you can use, as well as planning for pregnancy if that's something you're interested in as well. So definitely grab it. Tony Weschler, MPH, which means she has a Master of Public Health. She knows her stuff. Every person that has a period should know about this book. The next hack is going to prevent that surprise I'm here from your period. And that is putting your menstrual cup in before your period begins. So the great thing about menstrual cups is that you can wear them for up to 12 hours safely in your body at a time. So unlike a tampon, which you should be changing every 4 to 6 hours, but definitely don't go beyond the 8-hour mark because it increases your risk of TSS, a cup you could wear for 12. And it's better for the environment, better for your body, better for your pockets because it saves you coin. I mean, cups are amazing. So cups can just be worn the longest time out of all the menstrual solutions. So when your period app tells you your period's coming soon and you feel it because you know what happens before your period comes on, it's going to be unique to you. It may be bloating. It may be cramping you get. It may be spotting the day before. You know when your period's about to arrive. At least you should. And if not, you should probably check out this video. Most of us know when our period's about to begin. When you expect your period to come on, just put it in your cup. Unlike a tampon that requires you to actually be bleeding when you use it, you don't have to be in order to wear a cup. You can actually put it in expectation of your period beginning. So if you're at work and in that meeting and your period comes on, guess who's kept you in the moment and saving the day? Your menstrual cup, and preferably a best period cup because it has higher capacity than the other cups on shelves. It comes with a really cute case instead of those lint-producing baggies. Has a unique design that makes it easier for insertion and removal. It's just the bomb. It's the best, period. But getting back to the point, it allows you freedom going into your day, knowing that should your period start, you're covered. Now, if you're new to using menstrual cups, I always recommend that you wear a pad or panty liner with it while you're learning to create that leak-free seal, because that's going to add that additional level of confidence so that you could go about your day feeling like you got it under control. And I guess a bonus too for this, for those who are brand new, or even if you're cup curious and thinking about it, is you can actually practice with your cup before you even have your period. And what I mean by that is, again, unlike a tampon, because you shouldn't be putting it in or taking it out when there isn't the lubrication of your menstrual blood, you can practice putting your cup in and creating that leak-free seal like the instruction manual shares, because our user guide is great, long before your period begins. So when your period does start, you can feel like you've got this covered. Another period hack that's going to change your life is to begin decreasing your sugar intake before your period begins. And the reason, of course, you want to do this is because sugar creates inflammation, and inflammation is going to make those cramps even worse. I'm going to link to all the things I talk about in this video, including the research that's behind many of the things I'm going to be mentioning below in the description. But there's a strong correlation between inflammation and premenstrual symptoms. So cutting back on your sugar, specifically the week leading up to your period, is going to make things so much easier for you. Try it for 1 month and let me know. Now, what I don't want you to do is panicking about things that are like 5 grams of sugar, or you having it here and there. I mean like your 30 grams of sugar for your soda, or the processed juice you're drinking that has tons of sugar, that added sugar that you don't necessarily need each and every day. If you drink lots of juice, swap out a few of them for some glasses of water leading up to your period. But it's not going to be that thing that has like 5 or 6 grams of sugar that's going to create that big difference. It's really going to be eliminating a lot of that sugar you normally consume on a daily basis. And oftentimes we don't even realize just how much sugar we consume on a daily basis. So what I challenge you to do is download the app Chronometer. It's free, and just plug in for one day or even for a week if you're really feeling adventurous what you eat normally. Like, don't try to make yourself do like a perfect thing during that week. I want you to plug in how you normally consume your food. And you may be shocked by just how much sugar you're consuming. And you may also be shocked to see the lack of vitamins and minerals you're getting in your daily diet. And all of these things matter for your period health. So Chronometer is a great app for that. But again, it's not something you have to be doing every day. It's just to get an understanding of what you're eating actually has in it and what that stuff you have in it's doing for your body. But yeah, you notice I said decrease your sugar and not cut it completely because ooh. Now there are some people that are going to recommend that you cut sugar out of your diet completely because of the inflammation. But me personally, I like to live. What's a life without fun? So I don't eat a whole lot of sugar. Like, I don't eat candy much at all. I do like chocolate. Does chocolate count as candy? Let me know in the comments if chocolate counts as candy. I do like chocolate, especially those vegan chocolate bars. They're so amazing. Oh my gosh. But back to the point. The key is to decrease it or start to minimize it, not necessarily eliminate it completely. I got you. So something you need to understand is that the uterus is a muscular organ. If you can figure out how to relax those muscles around the uterus, then you're good. And one surprising way to do that is to drink more water. Now, if you're an athlete, you understand the importance of hydration when it comes to your body and for your muscles particularly. And you know that dehydration can make cramping worse. Well, water keeps you hydrated, and hydrated muscles are less irritated. So drink up. Something else that can really make your period better is moving your body. And I get it. Moving is probably the last thing you want to do when your period begins. I get it, but allow me to explain. When you consistently work out, and I mean that working out that makes your heart pump and releases endorphins, those endorphins help block pain receptors in your brain. And this in turn helps stop those pain signals from your contracting uterus. So while exercise may not be something on your mind and it may be painful to start out, when you do it consistently, your body is going to thank you and your period is going to be so much easier as a result. If you're listening to me and you're like, I hear you, I get it, but my period's so heavy or my cramps are just so bad, I invite you to check out this video all about common period symptoms that are not normal and what you can do about it. We'll chat next time. That stretch did not give what it was supposed to have gave. Great. Because the instruction, this chair makes so much noise. I need to keep still, but I likely won't.